Hey, this reading is going to be for the woman who's remembering exactly who she is. This is going to be looking at how to remember your power and how to become her, okay? So, the first card that we're going to pull is going to be what's holding you back from your power. Then, we're going to look at where your power actually is. Then, after that, we'll see what you need to do to actually step into your power and become the person that you already know you are, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Our first card is what's been holding you back? What's been holding you back? Oh, okay. Nobility. So it seems like you haven't been celebrating your accomplishments. You have had accomplishments and you have had some success in your life, and maybe that success doesn't look like what you thought it should look like, but you have had you've done a lot. Okay, you've done a lot. You're able to conquer a lot of challenges, it looks like here. Especially it says your ability to conquer challenges is limitless, but it may be that you haven't been feeling that way. Maybe you feel unsuccessful. Maybe you've been feeling like you are not meeting your potential. Let's look at this a little bit more. What else has been holding the collective back from your power? Intuitive. So, have you been trusting your intuition? This is to listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you're unique and that you are loved. It seems like you haven't been really being still and getting quiet, okay? Maybe you've been going, or something like that. And so when we put ourselves into this state of hyperactivity, when we put ourselves in a state of keeping ourselves busy so that we don't have to deal with the emotions that we're evolving, that can take us away from really connecting with ourselves. It's not until we get quiet, until we get still and really, really get quiet and get still, okay? It's not until we do this is where we actually start to hear the thoughts that come up, right? Hear the messages, that we need to hear, or really get clear about what we want to do, really get clear about where our power is, you know, what makes us feel good, what makes us feel confident. And I know sometimes you might feel like, oh, I already know what might make me feel confident, but when you really get still, it really might surprise you, okay? What's also been holding you back is your belief of what you can actually overcome. You are able to persevere through a lot. I'm not sure, you know, what has happened specifically in your life, but what it does feel like is that something has happened where you have questioned your ability to rise to the occasion. You've questioned your ability to come up with solutions. You've questioned your own intuition here, right? It feels like there's been a hard time. You've had a hard time trusting the process, trusting yourself. Yeah, it really feels like what's been holding you back is trusting yourself when it comes to what you've already done, what you've already accomplished in your life, okay? The things that you have already moved through. Because when we look at the evidence, okay, when we look at the evidence of, well, I overcame this, I overcame that, I overcame this, that helps us to really understand that, you want to know what? No, I am an overcomer. I can persevere. I can trust my intuition. So what's holding you back is being able to trust where you've been and to trust the decisions that you're making, okay? Let's now look at where your power is. Let's look at where your power is. We're gonna stick with this deck for a second. So this is gonna be where your power is. Bottom of the deck, personal choice. Yeah. So close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. So your power is in your choice. Okay, your power is in your ability to decide what's best for you. Your power is going to be in how you want to, deciding how you want to move in this world, right? And then doing that. Like I said, what was holding you back here was not trusting your intuition. And so once you start to trust your intuition, you'll feel more comfortable in making certain choices for yourself, right? We always have a choice. Sometimes it feels like we don't have a choice. But there's always a choice, right? Even not making a choice is still a choice. And especially if you have had just a lot of painful things that you've had to move through, it can feel like life is against you, right? It can feel like things are just happening to you. But your power is in the fact that you get to choose. You get to choose what you want to do. You get to choose how you show up every day. You get to choose the attitude that you bring. You get to choose how you want to harness your emotions. All right, let's see what else. Let's see some more about your power. All right, so the card here is separation, division, and integration. So your power is going to be to separate from the things that have been holding you back, right? So separate from these ideas that you can't trust your intuition. Separate from the idea that your accomplishments don't matter, or the things that you've already overcome does not matter, right? Literally cut that shit off. Separate from the version of yourself that tells yourself that you don't know how to make choices for yourself, because it's not true. Okay. And then when it comes to integration, that is where we integrate the things that we've learned. That's where we start to embody the things that we've learned from the things that you have that you've already gone through, right? Let's see what the book says on this. On this one, okay, so we have, I'm just going to read this line here. It's time to identify what in your life no longer aligns and what belongs in the new world that you're creating, right? This is a choice. It's deciding what is going to be for you and what is not going to be for you, what you want in your life and what you do not want in your life. At the end of the day, when it comes to a woman's personal power, when it comes to becoming her, it is all about doing what you want to do when you want to do it, as long as it's not hurting anybody, right? And a lot of times as women, we're always wondering what other people think about us, if the choices that we make are going to be better for other people. We're always overthinking how we're gonna do things, right? I'm really feeling that in your energy right now. It's just this stagnancy on making choices, and it's because you're having a hard time trusting yourself, a really hard time trusting yourself. But your power is when you make the decision. Just make whatever decision feels good to you. And maybe you may have a little bit of anxiousness. Maybe there will be some fear there. That's okay. That's natural. But at the end of the day, making the choice is what's going to help you step into the power, right? Cutting off and separating from the lack mindset, the thought that you don't know what to do, because we always know what to do. We just sometimes get afraid of what the outcome is going to be. But right now, what I'm really feeling in your energy is go ahead and make the choice. That the more choices that you make, the more choices that you make unapologetically, the more you're going to start feel that power that's inside of you, right? That autonomy, the ability to choose. Let's see now what you need to do to really become her, right? Become that woman, become the person that you already know you are. We know that it is about making choices, but we're going to look at a little closer here. We're just going to sit her right here. We're going to look at a little closer, look closer at what specifically you need to do. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. We're going to pull from this deck and then we're going to go over here. Let me know what choices you've been having a hard time making lately. What choices have been really difficult for you? All right. Look at that. Prosperity. So what you need to do is know that there is a lot of, there's a lot of abundance, okay? What you need to do is let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are very close. Hop into this new day with joy and abundance and good fortune await you. So what we need to do is release the past. Right before this card, right, we pulled the separation card, which is, again, like I had said, it's all about releasing what no longer serves you, right? It is about separating from the versions of yourself that tell you you can't trust yourself. The separating from the versions of yourself that say, oh, there aren't any opportunities for me, feeling like things are happening in your life, feeling like things are happening to you in your life, okay? Because this prosperity card is all about lots of opportunities being there. And so what is going to be really important for you is to embrace change. You've been really, you've not wanted to embrace change. You say you want change, right? You say you want change, but your actions have not been showing that. And so show up to your days with joy. Show up to your days expecting good things to happen to you. Show up to your days knowing that whatever is gonna come, like you can handle that, right? That is becoming her. That is becoming autonomous. That is doing what you want when you want to do it. Let's see a little bit more of what you need to do to become her. What do you need? What else is needed? 1, 2, and we're going to pull this third card on the top, accomplishment, medicine rights. I love that this came out because earlier, we're going to sit this off to the side. Oh, also, I just took this off camera, but on the bottom of the deck here, I turned it over and it says change, okay? It says change. Embracing change. We also said embrace change, right? So that's just another confirmation that embracing change, things are changing for you, and so it's time to embrace it. But this accomplishment card is also reiterating that you have accomplished so much already. I love that this card came out because our first card here, right, literally said to celebrate, we'll do it like this, celebrate your accomplishments, okay, with humility, because you're crowned with success. And this is going to be the last card we pull, so this really came back full circle, letting you know that you can conquer any challenge that is in front of you. So what's really important is to celebrate all the accomplishments that you've already had. Celebrate all the accomplishments that you've already had and embrace the new accomplishments that are coming in. And also remember, what I'm really hearing right now too is remembering that accomplishments are not just financial or career related. Yes, those are accomplishments. Yes, it is amazing that you maybe went to school or maybe you studied some things. That is amazing. And yes, celebrate that. And also celebrate the fact that you got through crying yourself to sleep, right? Also celebrate the fact that you showed up to work. Also celebrate the fact that you went for a walk, okay? Because you knew that it was going to feel good for you. You knew it was going to be something helpful to take care of your body. Celebrate the fact that you made a different choice when it comes to your habits. Celebrate the fact that you, I don't know, right? Had a cup of tea today and you sipped it slowly, okay? Just to be present. There are lots of things that you accomplish in your everyday life. Every single day, even the small things, those are accomplishments. And what's really coming through very strong right now is you got to harness those. You got to remember those, because that is reminding you that you're already that girl, okay? Like those are things that are reminding, that will remind you that you are prosperous, that you can choose the life that you want for yourself. And also, again, release the past, release all the ways that you've been, release the stories that you have told yourself, because you are stepping into a new era, love. And it looks beautiful, okay? So that's gonna be it for today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.